think my screen is up now. Good afternoon once again. Yeah, welcome back to one of the concluding part of our data analysis training. So the training started a couple of months ago, almost like 2 months now, when we started the training. I think we started by middle of January. We started, and by now we are moving towards the end of this cohort. We've had so many interactive sessions together. Started from the Excel, Power BI, SQL, and Python, which we concluded yesterday. And I want to believe that we've be able to add 1 or 2 values to everyone who have been part of this learning process. So the last part of the training is Tableau, after which we will now discuss about the problem solving, thinking like an analyst, and there is this part of problem solving techniques that we are going to look at. So that's going to be like a 1-day training. But for now, we are going to look the next 3 classes we are going to focus on Tableau. Although we are supposed to finish our class next week, Sunday, but because of the Python which we added yesterday, so we will have 1 day after next week. We're going to have 1 more day to do the problem solving, thinking like an analyst, and the other part. So it's going to be like more or less like theoretical class. This is like a theoretical class. So, but for now, so we're going to focus on Tableau. Tableau, just like Power BI, is a tool that we use for visualization. It's a drag and drop tool. Unlike the Python, where we write a line of code before we can generate visuals. Yeah, the advantage of Python over all other visualization is that Python can work more when it comes to unstructured data. The like of Tableau, Power BI, there is Google, what do you call it? So all those drag and drop tools can work basically on structured data, that is the data in tables. So the more advanced we are able to go with Python, the more we'll be able to use it for modeling and for more modeling and some other aspect of it. So Tableau has various versions, like the Power BI, where we have the Power BI desktop, mobile, and service. So Tableau also has various tools or whatsoever. Okay, so part of which is we have the Tableau Public. We have Tableau Public. We have Tableau Desktop, Tableau Public Download. We have Tableau Public. We have Tableau Desktop. We have Prep. So when you check here, you see we have Prep. This Tableau Prep is more or less like the Power Query, where we do data cleaning, where we can do data cleaning, although it's not free. Unlike the only thing that is free in Tableau is Tableau Public. So if you have installed Tableau Desktop, It will start counting the day you install it, and the version will expire in 14 days. But if you install Tableau Public, it doesn't expire. Public doesn't expire. They work the same way, except that for security reasons, Tableau Public is restricted from connecting to servers, because Tableau Public saves online. Generally, when you have a software, if you have a Tableau desktop, and I think I've explained that one during our master class, and fortunately, because of my system that crashed on Friday, my Tableau desktop, I've not been able to install it back. So we're going to work with Tableau Public. So here, normal software, when you want to save, you will see save here, save, or save as. You're going to see save or save as option here. But in the case of Tableau Public, instead of save as, you're going to save into the server. You're going to save into the cloud, into the Tableau server. So because of that, they do not allow you to connect to your company data or sensitive data, so as not to go and expose your confidential report online. You cannot save it on your system. So if it's not taken, one will just go and upload it in the cloud and put himself or herself in a crisis, or even put Tableau in litigation or whatsoever, because of the confidentiality of some of the private information. So because of that, Tableau Public cannot connect to live data. But for Tableau Desktop, it can connect to wider range of data sets, just like Power BI can connect with all your servers, including your SQL servers, PostgreSQL, whatever, your Google servers, all kind of servers, it can connect to them. But Public cannot connect to them except some little files like Excel, text file, or CSV, JSON, Access, PDF, spatial file, and the statistical file. So these are just the few data that we can connect to with Tableau Public. So that is just the basic difference between the Tableau Public and Tableau Desktop. So here are other Tableau server. We have Tableau server, which is also like a server whereby companies can collaborate, where you can collaborate just like the Tableau service, like Power BI service, where you can collaborate. So we have Tableau server and Tableau cloud and all other ones. But where the job is being done, we are going to do the main visualization is on Tableau Desktop or Tableau Public. So Public is a desktop version, and you can also work in the cloud at the same time. You can work on the desktop at the same time. You can also work in the cloud. So the version I have here now is my desktop version. So for you to install your Tableau, so you're going to log in into your Tableau. Once you sign in into your Tableau Public, so you're going to see this create option here. So with that create, you see download Tableau Public. So you see download Tableau Public Edition, Desktop Public Edition. So once you click on this, you will see the option of download Tableau. You're going to fill this form. Okay, I think the form is filled. Download Tableau Public. So you see this form, you fill it in. Okay, you have this, and you put your country. So with this, you click on yes, or if you don't need it, you remove it, download the app. So the next thing you're going to see, going to take you to where you're going to download. You select either Mac or window. So if it is Mac, you select Mac. Your window, you select window, and you start the download from there. Okay, so that is that on. Let me stop this. So that's how to download your Tableau desktop version. And when you
Hello,
one
sir.
hello
Yes, sir. This the title of what you downloaded is Tableau Desktop Public Edition. What is because
public,
we are talking
yes,
Tableau Desktop,
that's Tableau
Tableau
public.
Public. But this one is title
Yeah,
is saying Tableau Desktop Public Edition.
yes, it's Tableau Public for desktop version. You know, when you download it, it's going to work on your desktop. That's desktop
Okay.
version. Yeah, it's desktop version, and you can also work in the cloud also. For example, I've logged in now. So let me click on my profile now. So with my profile, you can see some visualization I've done. You can see some Vs which I've done. All these Vs can you can make them available for viewing online. You can also hide them. You see here you have Vs, 5 Vs and 3 hidden, which means that I can make my visualization available that anybody can view and see my visualization. At the same time, I can hide it to myself only, and if I don't want people to see it, I can hide it and keep it to myself. But in this case, we have these 5 installations, so which means you can also work from the cloud there. Whatever we do today, I'm going to save it again into this cloud. This is what we did during the November training. You can see we have BMC November 2023 viewing. I think it can be viewed by just 6 people. So at the same time, every day you see that we have what is called daily Vs. There is daily Vs in Tableau. If you go Tableau Public, you see different work that people upload every day. You can see all these are visualization Tableau. And if possible, you can locate this and the Cribble and the follow Cribble. Cribble does a lot of training, free trainings on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Please, you can follow Cribble. He's a good, he's a guru in terms of Tableau. In Tableau, he's a guru guy. So you can we will learn a lot of things from him. So all these are visualizations, which you can also click on and view. Can you see the visualization I click on now? I just click on this. As it is now, I can download this if the owner allows download. In some cases, you can see the download is supported. So I can download this, upload it to my own Tableau, and see perhaps if I can learn one or two things from the visual. This visual I can download it, upload to my own Tableau, and follow what they did. So some people will give you opportunity to download the visual and the data set used. So these are the things we can also gain from the Tableau public edition. So let's go back to the main job of the day. So I've sent the workbook for today, which is on Superstore dataset. Superstore dataset is a dataset that um, that is created by that is used mostly in Tableau. So if you check Tableau desktop, if you have installed just Tableau desktop, you will see the sample data set in your analysis. That is, if you check here, you will see here, you will see sample data set here. So with the samples data set, you see Superstore data set. So it's basically used in Tableau for learning purpose. It's a kind of fictitious company created for learning in Tableau. So here is the sample data set. Let's quickly look at data set and see one or two things from it. So the data set has we have the row ID, which is like a store. Order ID, the order, every order made by people, those who order for chocolate, for anything. So we have the order date, we have the ship date, we have the ship mode, customer ID, customer name, segment. That is, the company has different segments. We have the country or region, we have cities, we have states, we have postal code and region, product ID, category, subcategory, product name. Okay, we have sales, quantity, discount, and we have profit. So we're not going to make use of the people and the return. So we're going to focus on the other part of this data set. So, you know, the data set we are going to use now is Excel workbook. Is Excel work, not CSV. And I think we've explained how to know how to find the difference between the two. So I click on the file and click on property. So you can see what kind of data you have. You can see we have properties here. So you see we have Excel, and you can see XLS. That's Excel. If it is CSV, you're going to see it as a comma delimited, comma separated, delimited, or so ever. So you're going to see something like that that show that this data is more or less like CSV. Now, so I'm going to close the data. Since we've known what data is all about, I'm going to close that. And on the front page of Tableau, so you're going to see the connect button here. So let's quickly click on connect button and select the data we want to use. So from my download, we have Superstore, and I click on OK. So it's very simple to connect with that data. So I've connected with it, and you can also do that right away. You can log into your Tableau desktop or public, then click on connect. If you are inside this place, no problem. You can still click on this, and you still see the data, and click on new source. So your connect will be there. You can just connect with your data set, and we have these are the three tables that we have: order, people, and return. So I'm going to make use of this order only now. So I'm going to drag this into the center. So I've connected my data, and I've selected data I want to use. So I'm going to give you like 2 minutes for everyone to connect their data set. So once you are done with that, you can type done in the chat box. Once you are done, use the chat box and type done. Okay. Okay. Okay, Anna, you're asking how to open your Tableau. Kindly have you installed the Tableau? Once you install it, just double click on it. Just double click, it will open just like the other normal application like Excel or Power BI. Okay, done. Who else is done again? Once I've connected with your data, type done, please. You drag the data into the center. You can see the drag table here to relate them. So to relate with your data, just drag the table into the center. So we've connected our data. So Anna, have you been able to open it, the workbook? Have you been able to open Anna? So you install. I think I've shown you how to download, and you double click, you install like a normal installation. If you have downloaded it, click on it like this, and follow the instruction to download. You click on the next. Well, in my case, it's asking for repair. I'm not repairing. So just click on next, and you install. That's all. Then you click on it. You want to cancel? Yes. Then you click on it and do that. Okay. So the next time I'm going to look at my screen now, please. Look at my screen now. Now, when you look at the data here, you can see that above here we have the normal file, this, and this. So which we are not going to make use of this for now. If you are using Tableau desktop, on the top right here, you're going to see two options here, live and extract. But because Tableau Public does not allow you to work with live data, it doesn't allow live data. So that's the reason why we don't have the live and extract on the top right here. So you can only work with data for demo with Tableau Public. Demo data, or data in the public domain, or data in your Excel or your CSV or whatever file. Now, on the left side, so you can see our connection here. If you want to add more connection, you can see add more connection from here. And above here, we have something called use data interpreter. I'm going to explain what this is for. Data interpreter, I will explain what we use data interpreter to do later. And down here, we have three sheets here. We have, apart from the data source where we are, the page where we are currently is called data source. This is where we are, data source. So we have sheet 1 as a default. And here you can see that we have new worksheet. When you want to add a new worksheet, you add this. So that will give us sheet 2. We add again sheet 3. And beside the sheet, there's another one here called dashboard. New dashboard. So I can click on this and create my dashboard. I can create as many dashboards as possible. The same thing with sheets. And then lastly, we also have what is called story. I can also create as many stories as possible from this sheet. So in Tableau, we have about 3 or 4 types of sheets. One sheet, the page is data source. This is how it looks like. Then where we work, we do the actual work. We have the worksheet level, we have the dashboard level, and we have the story level. And if you look up, now that we are on the sheet level, when you're on sheet level, you will see that what we have under the data source is just file, data, window, and help. But the moment we jump to sheet 1, so you can now see that we have file, data. Now we have worksheet, dashboard, story, which means that I can open new worksheet from here. Instead of clicking down here, I can open a new worksheet from here. I can create a new dashboard from here. I can create a new story from here. So the 3 sheets are here. We have the worksheet, the dashboard, and the story, and data page. This is where the data page represents the data source. Then we have the analysis, we have the map, format, server, window, and the rest. So now let's go back to our data source. When we bring in our data into Tableau or Power BI. Remember, I said something before during our Power BI. I said two things must be checked. Two things must be checked. Who can remind me of the two things that we have to check the moment we bring our data um, into the software or tool?
The header
Yeah, we must check if our data has header, and two,
and the text
and data type. Yeah,
data type. Yeah.
yeah, the type of data we have here. Now, in Tableau, most of the time, Tableau understand your data more than Power BI. Tableau understand your data more than Power BI. Sometimes Power BI can mix your data up, make your text this, your numbers this. But in some cases too, Tableau also do miss some things, perhaps due to the formatting from where you are bringing your data from. So let's look at this data here. We have this to be what? Okay. If you click on this, we don't know what this hash stand for. We can see that our data has header, but how do we know data type? Let me click on this. So when I click on this hash, you can see the type of data we have here. We have number, decimal. We have number, whole. We have date and time. We have date. We have string, and we have boolean. We know string represent our ABC, our text. The string,
Hello, sir.
hello,
Yes, what does this default represent?
the default. No, it's just that is what the Tableau itself has recognized. That is default setting. That means the default currently is the whole number. Is that okay now?
It's okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So that is it. Please, a minute, please. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So I'm back. So now we can see that the data type here is number, and I think we are okay with that. The next thing we have here, we have this to be string. I think we are okay with that. String represent ABC, and so on and so forth. So everything has headers. And on the left side here also, you can also see that, let me increase this. Here, the same field, all these field that we have, this column, all their types are shown here on the left side. You can see this row is telling us what type of data is there. You can see the data here to be this. So we can also check from this side. In case if you don't want to check like this, you can also check from here. Each data is telling us what this is the type, this is the field name, this is what does this mean? The physical table where we can get it. That's other table, and we have this to be the remote field name, row ID, other ID, and whatsoever. So
Please, Mr. Hakim, how do you see this other side? Type
okay,
field. How do you?
when you bring your data, is either you
I've
get it
already brought the data, but I want
if
to see how you just.
once you drag your data into this place, you
Uh,
drag it into this place, you're going to have something like this. And
I
on the
have it.
left side, you can
Yes.
see this small box here. When you click on this small box, it's going to open this for you.
Okay.
So you can scroll down and see all the columns you have. So which means that
Okay.
you can also change the default from here. You can change it from anything from here, and you can change it from here also. So which means that it's kind of two-way check. You can check from here,
Okay.
check from here. So that is that. So let's check everything finished. We have the text, we have date. This is date. We are okay with that. Date, date, string, 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 string. This is geographical data set. Let me drag this. Geographical, 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 string, 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 string. And here we have this number, decimal, number, whole number. We have discount to be numbers, and we have orders to be numbers too. Okay, profit to be on to be number. So the name of the table is order table. You can see we have it there. So that is that. So I think we are good with our data. Sometimes when your data is not read correctly, maybe perhaps because of the formatting part of it, you select this, what is called this use data interpreter. So when you want Tableau to recheck your data, after we brought it in, you discover that Tableau did not get it very well. And perhaps maybe the range of the data, some things were mixed up. For example, assuming our data has one header at the top where we have the monthly sales for so. And and when you bring that into the Tableau, that means the first row will be like it's going to be like trash. So in that case, we're going to use what is called data interpreter. So you select this, and Tableau will now relook at the data again and try to recheck each column one by one to be sure that it gets the data that is meant for each of whatsoever very well. So this is how it will execute it and recheck your data to be sure that everything is in order. So, but in this case, we will not use it. I'm going to remove it in this case, but it's going to be the same thing. So now our data is ready to use. So let's quickly move to sheet one. Um, I want us to use this approach for this class. Let's quickly do visualizations first, then we now see how what can we still do with our columns as we want to work on this column and do some other things like modeling, joins, and the rest. So let's start from installation in this case or in the Tableau case. Okay, so data is ready. Let's go to sheet 1 and see what we want to do. So this is a sheet. This is a sheet where we are going to analyze our data. And from here, you can see that we have like 3 compartments. On the left side, we have data and we have analytics. Data and analytics on the left side. In the center, we have this shelf, pages shelf, filter shelf, and mark shelf. These 3 shelves are here. We're going to see how what each of them stand for. And in the center also we have the column and row. Remember, most of our visuals will have columns and row. So we are going to determine the X and Y axis. And on the right side here, we have what is called Show Me button. And it is Show Me. When you click on it, it shows you the button. It shows you some visuals that you have here. When you click on it, the Show Me disappear. When you click, the Show Me will show. When you click on it, the Show Me will disappear. So, so the essence of Show Me is that Show Me can guide you to know which visual can you use for a particular um, uh, or which column will be needed to build a particular visual. For example, I want to build a pie chart. When I just over pie chart, look down here, you see something here. Just look at this place. When I touch the pie chart, it said for pie chart, I need one or more dimension and 1 or 2 measures. When I click on this, when I come here, it told me that I had to, for highlight table, I need 1 or more dimension and 1 measure. Okay, let me come here. It said I need 0 or more dimension. I need 1 date and 1 or more measure to get my line chart. I need 1 date. And when I come here also, I need 1 date, 0 or more dimension, 1 or more measures. Okay, I want to create bubble chart now. Can somebody tell me what I will need? What will I need to create a bubble chart?
1 or more dimensions, 1 or 2
1
measures.
or 2 measures. That means 1 or 2. It can't be more than 2 measures. Okay. Now, what is dimension and what are measures? On the left side, back to the left side where we have the data. The data we had before has been divided into 2. Tableau has divided our data into 2. We have here, you can see we have the dimension at the top, we have the measure down. In the whole Tableau, it will write, you see dimension here. You see dimension before you see all this. And you see measure before you see all this. But in the recent Tableau versions, so they don't show which one is this and which is that again. But the dimension are the column that cannot perform mathematical operations or arithmetical operations. All these columns where we cannot perform arithmetical operations are used or referred to as dimension. And the column where we can perform mathematical operations are called measures. These are measures and these are dimensions. For example, we want to measure our sales. We want to measure our sales based on product names. So it means that the product name is a dimension to which we can analyze our sales or profit or discount or anything you want to do like that. Okay. Is that okay? Is that clear? The analysis of explanation on dimension and measure. So dimensions are used to analyze our measure. If I click on sales now, if I drag my sales and bring it here, see what we have. It has summarized it. It has summed this for me. When you check here, you see sum sales. But if I do the same thing, so let me take it out. If I bring this region into this place, see what we have. That means this is dimension. We want to use this one to analyze what we want to analyze. So you can now say, okay, do this. You can see now that we are summarizing our sales based on what? The region. So region in this case is dimension, while the sales is what? Is a measure. Is that clear?
When you drag it, where did you put them? When you are dragging those, are you putting them in the bigger side or that mark column side?
Oh, don't worry, don't worry. You get to know that very well. But, we can drag, we can double click, we can do. I will show you also different method by which you can do that. But I want to be sure. Do you understand the concept of dimension and measure now? That is my question. Do you understand the concept of measure and dimension?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So that in case when you want to build any visual,
Yes.
at least you understand what you need. When you just hover, hey, please, can you mute yourself, please, everyone? So the moment you hover around something, you know what you need. Okay, you can see now to create histogram, you just need one measure only. Just one measure is needed to create your histogram so that you know where you can go and see what you can use to do that. So I want to remove this. There are two ways by which I can remove this, what I've created already. I can just drag it out and drag this up. That is that. Or you use up here, you can see this clear. When you click on this, it will clear your sheet for you. Okay, so that is that. Now let's start with let's quickly analyze our sales. Let's bring in our sales data like I did earlier. Now somebody asked a question now, where do we put our sales? There are various places where you can put your sales. But for starting, I will start by using the column, the row, and the sheet itself. Here, whatever you drag here, this is the column. Anything you drag here is the row. That is, if I drag my cells to column, you can see this is how it's going to look like. It's looking like this. This is like a bar. You can see it has selected this bar for me. Can you see? When I drag my cells to column, it's telling me that this is the chart it has created for me. It has created this chart for me now. Even though it's a single chart, but this is what it's representing. So if I drag it to this place, I drag the same cells from here to here. See what we have? That's created what? A color chart for me. Can you see? It's telling us that what we have here is a column. This is automatic chart. By here, you can see the automatic. That is, the automatic means what Tableau is creating automatically by itself with my data. So I'm taking it off. If I drag it to here, can you see the column chart? I've dragged to my row. Anything I drag here is the row. Also, if I drag it to this place, that's the column. And if I drag it into the center, that is text. I just want to know, I just drag it into the center only. So this center will give us text. And you can see here, we can see the automatic here is text. T, this T stands for text. Text. So this is a text. This is a summation of all the sales that we have in that data. Addition of all our sales is just 2.2 million, 2.2 million only. Have I answered your question? On the dragging. So you drag into the column, you drag into the row, or you drag into the center here. So you're going to see how we drag to other tools. Create column chart. We want to analyze our sales region. Okay, let's analyze our sales by the product segment. We have segment. Let me see the number of segment we have. Let me see the number of segment we have. And we have category. Okay, let's use the category. I think category we have more categories. Okay, let's bring our category into row. Remember, we can use row, we can use column. When okay, let's start from the row here. So I've brought my category into row and my sales into column. See what we have. We have a bar chart where we can see the technology, office supplies, and furniture. Can you do that, everyone? Drag your category into row and sales into column. Are you done? Categories into row and sales into column. Categories into row and sales into column. So you have a bar chart. Are you done? Okay, Mr. Tomori, Dr. Tomori, you raise your hand. Doctor, what's your question?
No, I want to say I'm done.
Okay, I can see. Okay. And lower the hand. Anna, you say you're not on the same page with us. What is the problem? What is your problem? What is the problem? But unfortunately, this your audio cannot talk. What do we do now? I don't know. How do we help you out now? How do we help Anna out to? Please, can somebody help us or advise us? Hello, Anna. Can you call me on WhatsApp? You can call me on WhatsApp. Use WhatsApp call me. Let me hear from you. Let me know where you're having challenge. Okay, so while I'm waiting for a call. Now you will see that under show me, we don't have column chart here. We have tag column. Okay, we have cluster column here. Good. Please let me pick a call, please. Hello. Hello, I'm with you. Hello, I'm with you. Yes. Okay. When you click on connect, you go and select data you want to connect with. Okay. Yeah, select, share your screen. Let me see. Share your screen. Share your screen. Okay. Okay. Click on Microsoft Excel. Have you downloaded your data? Click on Microsoft Excel and go and locate your data. Go to download. Is it on download or where's your data? Scroll down. Click on download. Okay, that is it. Superstore. Click on it and click open. Okay, drag the order into the center. The order, the one above, the first one. Yeah, drag it to the center. Okay. Now go to sheet 1 now. Go to sheet 1. Click on sheet 1. Down. Sheet 1. Beside your data source on the left side, sheet 1. Okay, good. So this is where we are. Now you can drag your category into row and drag your cells into column. Categories at the top. Good. Drag your cells into column. Sales is down here. Sales is dimension, so drag it to column. Good. So you can take your screen and follow us as we go. You're welcome. Okay, thank you everyone for that patience. Okay, now sometimes you don't know when you sometimes you create some chart and you want to change it. We have this to be column and row. How do we sweep? How do we swap the column to row? In Tableau, you can swap column to row or row to column here. On the top here, you see this option here called swap row and column, or use Ctrl W. This tool here, when I click on it, it will swap the category to column and the cells to row. Can you see? So if I click on it again, it creates bar chart. When I click on it, we have column chart. So which means that I can always rotate between my data and see which one is giving me what I wanted. So quickly we have column chart or row chart, whichever one we like. Now, so this is just a simple way of creating our chart. So I've created our first chart here now. That's how you can do that in Tableau. But one more thing, let me add something else to this. I want to bring in subcategory now. Drag subcategory into this place in front of category. Let's see what I'm going to get. Okay, so you can see that now after we drag our subcategory in front of category, we can now see that each category has subcategory under it. Under the furniture, we can see all the product under furniture, the product under office supplies, and the product under technology. So you can see different product now, which we can now say we can see how each product is doing and how each category is also doing at the same time. So I can sort this. Let me sort it now. I want to use this tool. These two tools here can sort ascending order or descending order. So let me click on this and let's see. So we can see which product is doing best under the furniture, which product is doing best under the office supplies, and the worst product under technology. So we can quickly see by using the category and subcategory on columns. Can you try that now? Bring subcategory in front of category, or bring the categories at the back. Whichever one you do, you're going to see the difference. So if I drag this to the front, let's see what's going to look like. So you can see that now we only have the subcategory under only, while each of the product name is shown here. Each of the product is shown here. So if we remove category from again, so you can still see we have just subcategory only. So all these are just different ways by which we can manipulate our data. So for now, I'm going to do I leave it like this? Let's leave it like this for now, and let's create another sheet now. Let's create another sheet. Let's first leave this fourth column chart. But mind you, the column chart is very small, so let's make it to full and make it entire view. Now you can fill the entire sheet now. So if I want to fill just the width, I can fill the width. I want to fill the height only, and just fill the height only. I want to fill both height and width. I click entire view. So let's go to sheet 2 now. So by clicking on this sheet option there, it will create sheet 2 for you. Just click on this. You see this small button here. So let me collapse this. Let me remove all this. Delete. Okay, so we have sheet 1. So when I click on sheet 1, when you right click on this name down here, this sheet, when you right click on it, you can see what you can do here. You can create new worksheet, new dashboard, new story, paste, rename. You can rename this sheet. So let's rename this and call it bar chart. Bar chart. Let's leave it bar chart, also category. Bar chart. Okay, let's leave it at bar chart. Or we can name it subcategory analysis. Sales by subcategory. Let's leave it like let's leave it by this name. But now when you right click again, you can see duplicate. What we might duplicate, which means that you can duplicate this sheet can be duplicated. If I click on it, it's going to create another sheet for me. I can duplicate my sheet. If I want to, for example, I want to experiment some things on the 2 and see which one will give me better result than the other. I can use duplicate. And the third option here, my duplicate, is duplicate as cross tab. What does this mean? When you duplicate by cross tab, it means you want to see the data behind this visual. Let me click on the as cross tab. So this is it. This is data behind that visual. This is called duplicate by what? By cross tab. So I'm going to remove it. We don't need it for now. I'm going to delete this, and we are going to work with subcategory and category. The 2, the first and the second now. Okay, now we have this data like this here, but we want to know which region. We want to analyze these sales by region. These sales that we have, we want to analyze by region. And this time around, we are going to make use of what we have here as the color. I want you to see how the color shelf can help you in your analysis. We are going to look at it from two perspectives. One, we will use dimension to analyze our data, and we use measure to analyze our data using color. So let's see how the two will interact with our analysis now. So we have the same sheet, the same visual here and here. Now the first thing I'm going to do now, I will drag the shape mode into the color as a dimension. Let's see what we get with this. Can you tell me what the name of this chart that we now have now? This chart now, what is the name of this chart? It's a column chart, but what kind of column chart is this?
Hey, I've forgotten. Is it act or what do you call this kind of thing? Stacked.
And every one of them. So when you want to create
Sorry, this
stacked,
how did you get these 4 colors, man? How did you get these 4 colors?
Drop
no,
shape mode inside the color.
our shape mode, these are shape mode. We have 4 types of shape mode here: first class, same day, second class, and the standard class. This is what we have here. Now, in our visual, I dragged the shape mode into color. Now it has broken this thing down into different stage. So you can see from the phone, you can see which the mode at which each of them were shipped. You can also use any whatever you like. You can use segment. You can see. You can use segment. You can use whatever you want to analyze. So anything you want to analyze, you use it. This is how when you bring anything from dimension into your color, this is the effect it's going to have on your visual. Let me just put it in that simple way. Whether you put shift mode or segment or region or whichever one you pick, that's going to give you stacked or chart. Is that clear? Now, first one. This time around, I want to bring something from the measure part. You know, what we have above here are dimension. The down one here are called what? Are called measure. Now, let's quickly see. We have seen our sales, but we want to see how profitable they are. We want to see we want to check the profitability of each of these sales. We want to analyze the sales by what? By measure. Can you mute, please? So I'm going to drag profit now and drag profit into color. See what I'm going to get. Can you see the difference between when you drag dimension? Dimension will create a start column for each of them, while measure will analyze them based on what you are bringing in. We are bringing profitability now, so we can see which product is more profitable and which product is not profitable at all. So we can see from what do we call this? From the legend here, that the one in red is the least profitable, and the bluer it becomes, the more profitable the product is. So in this case, you can see, even though that we have more sales of table, but table is the least profitable product.
Akim,
Yeah.
Please explain that in this colors here. We had
Okay.
to identify the profits or this. It's not showing there. What is list? Because I can see
Look at
the
the
food.
top there.
The
Look
food
at the top. Look at the top left there. Look at the top right there.
top.
Can you see the legend there? Can you see this legend I'm pointing
Okay,
to?
okay.
I'm touching something at the top here. See. So this
Okay,
is
okay,
telling us what each of them stand for.
okay. The light yellow is, I mean, the light this is loss.
The red, yeah,
The
yes.
deep
The blue
green is
is
profit.
this is the profit.
The deep blue.
Yeah. So you can see how simple it is to identify our sales based on profitability. Good. Now, before we leave these two charts, let me add one or more thing here. Let me add something here. This T, we have used color now. We've seen how our color works with our data for now. So let's quickly see how this T works. This T, what does it do? Let me check the T and see what we have. I click on the T. It's asking me, what do I want? I want to show mark label. I want to show mark label. So show mark label, and I click OK. So now you can see the sales, the figure behind these sales is shown at the top of each of them. That is a T here for you. So the T is what? Is text. That means I'm adding text into this. The alignment is
Hello, sir.
automatic. I can, hello?
Hello, sir. Can you please repeat
Hello, I'm
that
with you.
label? Can you please repeat that
Okay.
label, sir?
Okay. This my chart is there. There's no label. We have the text, but I want to see, instead of using this column to identify the number of sales they made, I want it to label. I want to add the label by myself. So we use what is called this T function here. You add T, and you can see that it's telling me if we have something here, show mark label. So I check this box. I want to show the mark label, and you can see the mark label is there. And as it is now, is alignment. You can look at the alignment here. It's automatic alignment. I can say, okay, no, I want to see it like this. If I want to rotate the alignment, sorry, or like this. I think this is normal. Okay, this is a normal one. So you can see that I changed this to from automatic to this, and now we can see that the numbering has been changed. Has been changed. So let's put an on entire view already. Okay, I think that's good. Let's come back again. Sometimes we don't want to label everything. Sometimes we only want to highlight some particular items there, or the min and max. You can click on min and max table. Can you see? Instead of all, I select min and max. So let me leave it out. You can see that the minimum number has been identified and the maximum number has been identified also. The product with the minimum and product with maximum has been identified. In this case, we're not going to use this for now. We're going to use all for now. We're going to use that when we are working with our line chart. We can use that more. That one make more sense. The max and min make more sense using the line chart. So let's leave this column chart for now and try something else again. So now we are able to analyze sales by category, and we are able to break it down into segments. At the same time, we can see it from profitability perspective. Now let's select another sheet. This time around, let's quickly create. Let's analyze Okay, let's create a column. Let's create a pie chart. Let's create a pie chart. Remember, pie chart works with fewer dimensions, fewer analysis. When you have anything more than 5, it's not good for pie chart, really. So, and to create our pie chart, what do we need? We need one or more dimension and one or two measure. In this case, we're going to use one dimension and one measure first to start with. Now, remember we've created the column chart. And that method by which we can create our chart is this. Please look at my screen, everyone. I want to show you that method of creating our chart. This time around, I want to use segment. I click on segment, I hold control. I click on cells. I see hold to my control, then come to show me and click. You can see when I click show me, some visual comes out boldly. These are the visual that support my selection. These are the visual that do what? That support this my selection now. So I just need this. Let me click on this. So we have our column, our pie chart ready. Can I do it again? Let me do it again.
How did you hold it down? How did you hold it down?
Let me do it again. I click on segment, I hold control on my keyboard. Click cells. I still hold my control on my keyboard. Then I come to show me and I select my visual. Is that clear now?
Please do it again. Do it again, please.
Okay, again and again. I will.
Yeah.
Let me clear this. Click on segment, hold control on your keyboard. Click on cells, your control is in behind, and select your visual.
Okay.
Show mark label, and let's see what we have there. So we have shown our mark label. So let's put it on entire view so we can see it boldly. Now, you have seen. Okay, have you created your own, everyone? If you are done, type done. Talk to me. Say done. Use chat box so that we don't encourage more noises. Okay, done. Mr. Faleye, ask your question. Mr. Faleye, you have a question?
No, sir,
Can you
I
ask your
just try
question?
to signify my hand that I have done it.
You are done. Great.
Yes.
Okay, good. I like this your class, yo. Okay, good. Now, I want to show you something
Sorry,
again now.
how did you drag it to the middle?
I just click on interview
Okay, okay.
My
from
phone
standard.
is not showing those numbers.
From standard, click your label and mark this T.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Hello,
So
Mr.
that's
T.
what the T does for us. Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, you said we should hold on to what method do you say we should click
We
now?
use segment. We use segment and cells. You
Segment
hold control
and
and hold
sales.
your control keyboard. Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
Anna. Hello, Anna. I'm with you. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. I've done it 4 times already. I did it 4 times. Please always look at my screen too. Please. so that we don't waste our time on a single visual, because there are a lot of things we are doing, we are going to learn. So let's please try to look at, when I say do, you do. When I say look at my screen, you look at my screen, please. Okay, so let's quickly do it once more and explain what I want to explain thereafter. So I click on segment, hold control, click on sales. My control key is still be head to. I just select pie chart. That is it. Then I move it to what? Entire view. That's all. I can now say, okay, show label, and the number will show. So you can see the numbers there. That is how I exactly now created my own. And if you like,
Please, in case, hello, in case there
hello,
is a
I'm with you.
mistake, can one also delete any of all these things we have done, all the seats, some of the seats?
Yes, now
If there
yes,
is a mistake, how do we delete it?
you can delete any sheet. You can. I've deleted many sheets here now. You know, I have many sheets here.
How
Just
do
right
you
click
do
and
it?
delete. Just
Okay,
right click and delete. Yeah.
okay.
You can clear the sheet. You can also clear the sheet.
Thank you,
Use this
thank you.
clear sheet. You can clear the sheet, and you can correct so many things by yourself. Okay,
Okay,
now let's quickly look at this. Please, everybody, look at my screen now. Everyone, look at my screen now. Three things are there are three things here that I want to show you. One, color. What do we have on the color? Segment, home office, corporate, consumer. Color. Look at the color. Look at what Tableau has created for us. Segment. We have segment on what? On color. If I don't want to use segment again, what do? I can
you
say,
remove
okay,
it.
instead of segment, I want to see category on my color instead of segment. Can you see now? I just drag something into the color, and that one is changed. I drag something. I can see that my segment is color. I can now bring my category into color. See the color here. It has changed it. So, which means that I can still change what the visual I have even after creating the visual by dragging another visual in it. But I'm going to leave segment for now. The second thing I want you to look at is that there's angle here. The cells is being taken into angle. Can you see the angle here? Is into what? Angle. That is why it's able to create different angle for us based on the sales figure.
Okay.
And the third one is it also puts sales. It has put sales into size. It put our sales into what? Into size. So these are the things it has created by itself. It puts sales into size to show that the size will be based on the figure here. So that is I just want to see that angle that it has created by itself. Now, see what we have here. We have 429. Assuming we are looking, we leave it like this, and we don't want to see this one by the right side here. Let me say I want to hide this card, and hide this. I want to hide these two cards. How do we know what product is this? What product is this? What segment is this? And what segment is this? Very simple in Tableau. You see, this is our T label that we have here. Let's drag our segment into that T. Can you see now? I drag segment into T. It gave us what? The name of each of the segment. I can say, okay, I can still bring my sales back to T again. Now we have two things on our T, segment and sales. Can you see? Segment and what? And the sales. Can you try that, everyone? Drag your segment into T and drag your sales into T also.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
I'm with you.
Yes, sir. We should drag the segment and the sales into label.
Segment into label and sales into label, the figure of sales into label. So you have something like this.
But my own color look the same now.
How?
I mean, I have the home office, I have the corporate, I have the consumer, but I just find out that the color of the pie chart is blue.
Everything, the three.
Yes. You
The
asked
three
me
are
to
blue.
drive the segment to label, some to label.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Now. Do you
So
have
it can
segment
still
into
be
color?
like, eh?
Do you have segment in color? Drag a
No.
segment into color. Drag segment into color too. That will give you a
Okay.
different color. So each segment will have its own color.
Okay.
Drag segment to color.
Okay, yes.
Each color. Yeah. Great job. Now, I want us to show percentage. These are our sales. Instead of this number, we want to see it as what? As percentage. Let me come here. I click on this. These are sales. Can you see a drop down here? Can you see drop
Mhm.
down? I click on this. Then I can come here and say, okay, let's see here. Sum, average, percentage, this. No, it cannot work here. Let's come down and see here. Quick table calculation. You can see percentage of total. Can you see the quick table calculation, please, everyone? Can you see it? So it's changed it to percentage of total. So you can see 50%, 30%, 18%. So that's how we get our 100%. So we can see
Okay.
now.
Excuse me, you click the percent of total. Abi?
Yeah. Let me do it
Okay.
again. Control Z. This
Okay.
drop down here, I select this drop down, and you can see the option we can still do. As you want to see, you don't want to see the total sales, you can find the average sales, median, count, all these things. You can also do all these things here. But in this case now, I want to use the quick calculation table, which is what? Percentage of total. Now you can see the percentage of total now. So you can see the home office 18%, consumer this percent, corporate 3%. Now I want to bring my sales again into label. Sales again into label. Now you can see now we still have our sales back again. So this one has calculation, that's percentage. If I like, I can take this thing up. I can put this one above this so that the number will be above the percentage. So that is simple lesson that we learn on how to use to create our pie
Please
chart for now.
redo this to get the number again and the percentage together.
We have the number already. Please look at my screen again for the last time. I select this and I click on quick table, then percent of total. That's how I got this. So the sales, instead of having ordinary sales, now it's now having, you can see the triangle in front of it. It's telling us that there is a calculation on this particular item. Now I still want to show my total sales. What do? I drag my sales into label again, and then you can see my sales. If I drag my profit to label, it will also show the profit. You can see the profit we make from each of them. You can still see the profit. You can see anything you want to drag. So I'm removing the profit for now. So let's leave our sales. Now I said you can also you can still rearrange this. We have the home office. If I want my sales to be above the percentage, I will drag this thing above here. Can you see that it's ready to enter now? If I just drag it, it will override this. But when it's showing the sign that this arrow, I drop it. Now we can see that we have the home sales, the total sales, and percentage of what? Of sales. Those are three things that we have here now. So let's leave this now for now and move to the next class. So I'm going to call this sales by segment. So rename this to what? Sales by segment. Okay. So there's any question? Okay, good. So I'm going to create another sheet now. Let's move to the next sheet and see what else we can still do before today's run out. Let's create a map chart. Tableau is fantastic when it comes to map and time. Tableau work fine in visualization. It makes life simpler for one. It understands your data. It works well with your map. You can do a lot of things with your map. A lot of things can be done with your map. And the same thing, you can also manipulate so many things on time too. So I'm going to see how we can do them. Okay, so let's create a map chart. What can we use for map chart here? You can use country, city, state, and the postal code. These are the geographical data here. So let's quickly click on state and see what happens. I'm going to double click my cells. I double click my cells only. So you can see the map here. But we have 43 or 49 unknown. 49 unknown. Anna will not have this problem. I'm sure Anna will not have this 49 unknown on her own. Sulaiman also will not have, okay, no, Sulaiman is okay. Anna, Agbola too may not have this issue if it's there. So if you have this issue, just click on it because of their region.
I don't have 49 no.
Okay, you have a good region too. So okay, so click on this 49 and let's edit location now. Can you see when you have error here? Just click on it and click on edit location. See everything here. Can you see what is causing the problem here? Country or region, Nigeria. Can you see the problem? It's looking for this state in Nigeria, and all these states are not in Nigeria. So there are two ways. I can just click on this and change to United States. Myself, I can say United States, or I can say, okay, use from field. I want it to check from field, and it's using, you can see only the, can you see that it's selecting US by itself automatically, and I click OK.
Excuse me, but you know, you said we are to do mapping now. We just double clicked it, and suddenly the map came out.
So by now, it has selected
without
US by
bringing
itself.
anything there.
I can also manually see. Yes, there's nothing there. Only the state. Only the state that we have in the data that we can see. Can you see the fine chart we have? We have fine map we have here.
Wait, so but there is also country rep now. You brought country region somewhere, Abi?
No.
Excuse me. You also bring in country?
No.
Where did you double click to do all those settings?
I didn't do any settings. Okay, let me quickly clear. Let me do it again.
Country here now.
Yes. Tableau will generate all those things automatically by itself using the data available. You know we have city here. Look at it. We have city. We have country or region. And we have state. So it will combine all these together to generate the data itself. Now, let me do it again now. I double click on my state. We have this. The next step I click on 49 unknown and I edit the location here. Then I change this to, I told Tableau to check from feed, not to use Nigeria, but what? To use the country from what? from the field
Yes.
is to come and check the country location. This is where we have country stroke region. We have the country stroke region here. Now the only country, the only country you can see is what? Is US. And I say okay. That's it.
Okay. But what
That's what I
of
did.
our one without 49 error, uncle? How are we going to get this?
What are you getting in your own? Are you not getting this? What are you
Once I
getting?
just click state, double click state, it gave me the map.
Okay. Yeah.
Without this
Does it put state in it?
49, eh?
Yeah. Does it give you the state
It only
name or the
right.
state name?
It didn't. So
Can you share? Let's see your screen.
I'm on
Can you
this.
see? Can you share your screen? Okay, you are using two things together. And no problem. If it's not showing
Yes.
you, if it's not showing you the country name, no problem. Drag your state into details. Can you see details there?
Where?
Details.
Yes.
Details on the
Yes.
mark shelf. You can put
Yes.
your details, you put your state into details or label.
Okay.
Drag your
Let
state
me
into
put it
details
now.
or label.
State. Okay.
Drag your state into details or label. I can remove this from here. So is it working now? You drag your state into details or into label. It will label it for you. But if you drag into label,
Okay.
Do it
yeah,
now. Do it from your own side. And let us see how it looks like. Because we are here already. Do it from your own side. Let us see.
this is it now. When I drag it to label, can you see it coming down, coming clearly here? This is one on that label. This is label. The details is the one showing faintly here. The one showing at the
Now
background, in the background, is one.
I put
Hello?
it under that label. It's still showing. It's not showing the whole thing.
It's not showing the old state.
Yeah.
How do we see your screen now? What do we do? If you can't see your
Except I
screen,
want to. Except I want to.
Put it on that label. Put it on that label.
if
Under
you put that
label.
label, yeah, if you put that label, yeah, it will still show. You can see it clearly here. This
Okay.
under
Let me
label.
just. Let me state. Why is it not showing now?
State under label. Okay, maybe you should join the country and region to it too. Country and region, you can take
Okay.
it also to detail. Maybe
You
you should
know,
try that
you know,
also.
doctors in Abuja. Abuja is a different city, so it's not in Nigeria.
I want to be in America like Ghana.
You are in Abuja, not Nigeria.
I want to be in America like Ghana.
Abuja is a special state in Nigeria. Special state.
I tell you.
The state that
I'm even speaking. No, don't
that
say
caused
now.
controversy on our election. The state that caused controversy on Nigerian election.
Don't mind.
Okay.
Don't mind them. Nah, Geoffrey now.
No,
you people that will change it.
Geoffrey will be
I
the
don't hear.
president of the Southeast.
Akeem, you will put 25% on Abuja here, whether it will work.
You are right.
Okay, now. Okay.
I've got the state
now,
to Oregon, United States.
Okay, Oregon. Yeah.
I can even see where Anna is here now.
Means I can see her.
I can see where
okay,
Anna
good.
is.
Now, we have our map now here. What do you want to do with our map? There are a lot of things you can do with a map, but let's quickly look at it from two perspectives only. One, I want to let me drag my cells into color.
Cells into color.
See what we have. I drag my cells into color. Now it has colored, it has changed the color. So you can see where our sales is coming from. The bluer it becomes, the more sales we make from that region. Can you see the color, the sales, where we're having more sales now? So the color represents So the color represents the sales. But now, the map now, you can see the background, the name of the state has gone to the background.
Yes.
So we want to see it clearly. Then let's put it on label then. So we can see it clearly. Can you see each state now? Now, we want to see the total profit from each of the region, from each of the state. Drag profit into label.
Profit into label.
Profit into label. So we can see each country, even though the sales is the sales, we can see the more sales here, but the country, the profitability is shown as in minus. You can see before, so we can see the figure here as the profitability, while we have the other one as sales, the color as sales, and this as profitability. So you can see how we make use of the label now, how we make use of the color, the details. We've not talked much about the size and the tooltip, right? We'll do something on it before we leave here today. Okay, so let me duplicate this map. Duplicate. Okay.
Let us label
Name
it first. Let us label
map.
it before duplication.
Okay, label your own. I've labeled my own too. So we have 2 maps now. I'm looking at what we can do with this also. Okay, good. Okay. As it is now, okay, let me wait for you 2 minutes. Label. When you are set, let me know. So you can see everything I did here. I drag sales into details. I drag state into label, rather state to label, profit to label, and sales to color. So you can see everything that make up this map chart here. You can see that it automatically generated long and lag by itself. The long and lag was generated by Tableau itself. Means if you don't know the long and lag there, but Tableau has generated it automatically. So 2 minutes, everyone.
Let me see. But what I can find out is it seems as if each type of Tableau has a way of generating their own map.
How? I don't think
like
so.
my own.
No.
Instead of color for everything, like California, there is a deep blue dot.
No, it can give you any color, and you can change the color by yourself. You can change the color. Like in this case, let me quickly change color. Let's learn something here. I click on color, and I see edit color.
Okay.
So here I can select color. I can select color from
here. Okay.
I can select color here. I can apply this, and I click OK.
Okay.
So you can click on color and change the color.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, let me return back to this. Let me change this color. The first one. I'm changing the first one now. See any color? That's the one I picked before. I don't know. I just pick anyone, sir. Red, blue, diverging. Oh, I think I picked green. Green. Okay, this one. Green, blue. Apply. Okay. It's okay. So let's leave this. Now, the second map. I want to show us something here. You know, I have my sales. This mark is automatic here, right? When I drag my cells into this, it creates this automatically. I can click on this automatic. Instead of this map, let's use Taku.
Circle.
I change this map that automatic to Saku. Now, each cells is not represented by what? By Saku. Each
Yeah, that's what my own is before
by
now.
what? By Saku. Okay. Okay, if you are only showing it before, next time you come here
My
and
own
click
is
on map.
circle before.
That's what I said. And because I cannot see your screen, so I don't know the
Okay.
problem. So when you have Saku, next
My own
time
is
look at what
circle.
you are going to do. Next time, see what you are going to do.
Okay. Yes.
Automatic is Saku. Just come here and click on map.
Yes.
Can you see map here?
Okay.
Next time you change the map here. Or on the
Hi,
right
you are
side.
right. You are right.
You have two map
You are
here.
right.
Can you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time you have two map here. Look at it again from the right side.
Okay.
This one is Saku. This one is the map. So two of them can work together. Now,
Hi.
one thing I want us to learn something here. Why I break this map into two. These our cells. We put it into color. This blue, this circle. But we want it to be. We want the bigger. We want the size to be the cells to be based on size. You get it now? I want the cells circle to be based on what? To be the size to be according to the cells figure. I can bring my cells into size. I mean that the circle is now bigger.
Yes.
You can see now some circle now
Yes.
are now bigger than the other. And I can come here, select this, and increase the size here. I drag my cells into size because I want the size to be bigger. Now I can drag this now. I want to increase the size now. Can you see now that
Please,
the size
please
has become
repeat it.
bigger?
Repeat this one. How do you get this that control thing that you use to increase the size? How?
This is it.
Okay.
You click on this size.
Okay.
I've dragged my cells into size already. We have something like this. Now I now click on this size and I increase the size now.
Okay.
Now, so each cells will now increase. If you go back to our column, this our chart here, you can increase the size here. If you come here and increase the size, it will increase.
Okay.
That's what the size does for us.
Okay. Sure.
That's why I want us to see the difference between the two maps. So you can increase
Okay.
the map to so it's also map chart. So both are map chart. So we can do so many things with it, but since we are in a basic class, so we don't need to confuse ourselves. So let's just leave it like this for now. And let's learn one or two more things. Let's learn line chart. Let's talk about time. Then by when we finish line chart, I will now show you how to use tooltip. We've talked about color, size, label, details. We've not talked about tooltip. So I'm going to learn how to use that also before we leave here today. Then by next week, we'll now go deeper. But at least we will know how to create chart with all this method today. I think we can see how we can create our chart now. Good. Okay. So I'm going to create a new chart. Let me on the map. Name map 2. Map circle. Let me call it map circle. And so let's create a line chart. Let's use our time. So Tableau, I said Tableau will have a way of working with time. And let's quickly see how Tableau take time. I will drag my cells Where is my date? Order date. Let's use order date. Where is it? I'm dragging my order date into column. See what we have. It has summarized it into year. 26 is 2016, 17, 18, 19. It has summarized my date into what? Into year. If I double click on this, have you done this first, everyone? Drag your year into column.
Yes.
If you like to, okay, let's first do the one we are doing first before I use the other like. No, so we have our year into this. On the left side, you can see plus. On the right side, you see arrow. Right? Let me click on plus and see. Let's see what we have. Plus. So you can see now it has broken it down into quarters. You can see the year and the quarter. If I click this quarter, there's still plus, this plus again. If I click this plus, you can see year, quarter, and month. The year, which is 2016, it has its quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have the month under it. 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 27, 2019. Okay, let me stop there.
Where do you please start again? Where do you get that year order date? It's not on this slide.
Order date is here now. Order date is here.
So the year is it okay? Added it by yourself, have you?
Yeah, just bring
put
order
it,
date,
take it to
order
the
date
column.
into column. It will summarize it into year by itself. Okay, so I'm going to drag my sales into row. See what we have.
Sales into row.
I drag my sales into row. Now you can see each quarter, each month, each quarter up to 20 what? Up to 2019.
Sorry, sir. Mine
I'm with
didn't,
you.
the month didn't come out. I double
Do
click
you
the
click on?
year.
Click
No,
the
just click
plus.
it. You click the plus sign, it gives you quarter. Click the
Yes.
plus on the quarter, it gives you month.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
click
a
the
plus
quarter.
here. You see a plus sign here. But because I've clicked on it, it's now showing minus. That means it's not there again. So you can see plus in front of month now, which means if I click on plus now, this month, it will take me into daily. Can you see? It will separate into day. January 1 to 31, February 1 to 31. You can see everything. It will separate everything into day by day. That is how good Tableau can be in terms of date. Can you see the way it has separated everything? So I'm going to remove this for now. I'm dragging the date off. Now, I don't need quarter. It makes my job to be somehow. I'm dragging the quarter off. Now you can see year by year now. You can see the year by year. Year 2016, 17, 18, 19. And you can see how each of them, how the sales fares every year. Good. Now, on the down here, okay, here, in front of this year, you know, I told you that there are two things: the plus on the right, on the left side, and this drop down arrow here. When you click on this drop down, you scroll down, you see two things there. Please look carefully at this place. I'm going to explain something here. Look at year, quarter, month, day, and more. Again, you see year again, year, quarter, month, weekday, day, and more. Can you identify the difference between this year and year? Between this quarter and quarter? Between this month and month here? Can you identify the difference between the two?
Year 2015 quarter 2.
the second one has a week number. Why the first one don't have it?
I'm talking about the quarter and the month. Leave the week.
They are
What is
the
the difference
same.
between this quarter? The quarter and the month. Quarter 2 May. Quarter 2 May. Okay.
There's no
good.
difference now.
Now, there is difference. There is difference. There is what is called continuous date and the discrete date. Continuous date, or we can call it date value or date part. Let me click on this more button here and click on custom. Okay, let me duplicate this so we can see side by side too, like we've been doing before. So we have two time now, this and this now. The first one here, we have what is called discrete number. This one is 1 to 4. We have 1 to 4. With me? Here we have 1 to 30, or 1 to 31, or 1 to 28. But here, this is continuous number. Quarter 2, 2015. Quarter 2, 2016. They are not the same. But here, quarter 2 is the same in quarter. Can you see? All quarter 2, regardless of the year is irrelevant. The year is what? Is irrelevant when I selected quarter. Because it's just, you can see we only have quarter 1 to 4. So that means all quarter 1, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20 are added together.
Okay.
All quarter 2, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20 added together. That is called date value. Let me click on this more. You see here, we have date part, and date value. Part of the date, no quarter is just a part of the date. But when you use date value is a continuous date. If I use the quarter here again, if I use date value now as a quarter and I click OK, can you see now join between the two? This one is now showing us the quarter per each for January 16 to 19. February, quarter 2016, quarter 2, 2016. So you can see quarter by quarter because it's what is date value. And one thing you should notice that you see the green and blue. Before it was green, when we picked this, it was blue. When we picked this, it was blue. But when we change it to the date value, or let me use month now. When you use this, you change to green. Because this is continuous. This is discrete. This blue is discrete color. This month here is discrete color, but the month here is continuous color, which means that if we have another year again, it will still continue. Is that clear? January to December, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. But if we check here, we only have January to December. We only have one, just single January to December, which means that all January added together are here. All February added together are here. All March added together are here. All April added together. Is that clear now? So that's the difference between the two dates that we have here. We have this as a discrete, while we have this as what? As continuous date. So when you click on this more, it's still the same thing. You can select it to be either date part, which is what we have here, or date value, which is telling us the exact date. Get it now? You can see that when we have today's date, what is it now? Today is 10/3/24. Am I right? So 10, this 10 that you see is a date part. Is part of the date. Which means that if I select this, if I break this down, you can see 1 to 30 only. Okay. Let me remove the quarter here. If I remove the month here, so this is a date part. The part of this date is what? Is 10, 1 to 31. That's date part. When I use month is March, Abi, 03. If I use this, month also is a date part. It's a date part. And year also is a date part. So the three of them are different parts. But date value is a continuous date. It has a value. You can say March 2014, 10th of March 2014. It means that we can still have another 10th of March again, 2015. We can have another 10th of March again, 2019, 2030, 2000. If you remove 10th of March, we can say, okay, March 2022 is a value. March 2024 is a date value. So that date value will continue, and it's a continuous date. That's why we have it as what? As a green label. I will explain this in next class. The difference between the green and the blue pills. We call them blue pills, green pills. I'm going to explain that in the next class. Okay. Now, let's quickly see more with our date. I'm dragging my date again. There are so many things we can do with your date. I'm dragging my date into column, and I'm dragging my date again into row. Let's see how it's going to look like. I'll just see something like this. And okay, let me change each of them. Let me change this to months. And let me see weekday. Okay, you can see the weekday, and this. Let me bring my cells into color. So you can see that we're able to create what do you call it? What do we call this? Oh, I forgot this color or whatever. In with our date. That is, you can see that we bring our date into this, and you can use whatever method you want to use. You can use it to create calendar. When you have your top and the bottom or whatever, you see the way they work interchangeably. And the fact that I put this one here, I can change it to text. The number to text, to circle, to anything. So you can use it for so many things. So with this, we can see which month do we have more sales. Okay, let me change this to month also. Let's make it month by month. Month and month. So you can see which month is giving us more sales. December
Please,
to December.
can you repeat this? Can you repeat this, Mr. Akim?
Okay. Let me quickly do that.
Let's repeat this.
I bring my order date into column, and I bring my order date into row. So we have something like this.
Okay.
I can bring my cells into color or into text, anyone I like. But instead, I bring it into color. So we have the year and the year where they meet. Now, I decided to change I can decide to change any of this. Let me change this to month. The one down here to month.
Is it the first one?
The down
the
one.
first one,
to month. The one on the row. I use the one on the row. I change it to month. Can you see my
Okay.
screen?
Okay.
I change to month. You can see the way it looks like now. So which means that we can check which month on which year we're having more sales with this color. And if you like, we can change the color. We can step the color. Let's say we want to step the color into 5, and then let's change the type and look at something like this, and then we step it into 5 colors. So where we have the best color to be blue and the worst color to be red, and then we can click OK. So I think we have the stepped color like this. Click apply and click OK. So we can see when we make more sales, and when we make more sales every year. So which means that we have
This
more.
your color is beautiful. This your color is beautiful. How did you get it?
That means I've shown you now. If I don't do them, you go watch them for class for video.
Okay.
You are not looking at my screen. Uh-huh. So this is just a simple something. Now you can bring our sales again into label to see the figure. Can you see? So you can do so many things with your analysis. You get it now. So you can do so many things with it, and you can try and experiment so many things. So if you like, you can change this one from year to week. You want to say, okay, which week are we having more sales? Let's say week number or weekday. So you can see which in September, Monday, on Mondays, September to December has more sales, both in weekday. Okay, a minute, please. Okay, now, so you can change this to anything you like. You can always try to experiment as much as you can. Now, before we call it a day, I want to show you how to use tooltip. Please, don't let me forget. What are tooltips? You see that when I put my cursor here, you see month of order date, January, weekday of order date, Monday, sales, 16,349. Can you see that?
Yes.
That is called tool tip. This thing that is
Okay.
showing is called tool tip. This tool tip can be formatted in various. Let's quickly look at some of them. Now, I have this my sales here, right? Or this my sales here. Let me look at this my sales. I want to format it. I want to add tool tip to this. Let me use this. I want to add tool tips to this. This is normal tool tip we have here. Subcategory, phone, profit, this, and sales. But I want to format it. Let me click on subcategory. This. When I click on tool tip, it opened this edit tool tip 14 for me. So with this, I can now say, okay, I can say from from this comma, let me cut this off. Okay, and you can see that I'm changing it now from this from category this. We made sales of this, and profit. Oh, sorry. and the profit of this. Now we can say, okay, this category, this subcategory, we want to put it in, want to make it in Tableau medium, and the color should be a kind of this color, and make it like 11. The same thing with this. The sales figure, we want to use Tableau semi-bold for the figure and make it 11 too. And this time around, the color should we want it to be like sales, semi-bold, and size to be 11, and this to be blue also. If you like, you can also format all this one. Okay, let's apply and see how it's going to look like now. So now it has become a complete sentence now. From category 4, we made sales of so and profit of this. From the category share, we made sales of so and this of this. So you can see how we are able to do this. Now there's something more here. Okay, on the label here, can we format our numbers? This number that we have here, can we format it? Let me right click on the number and click on format. Do we format that now? No, not the format number, format. The number here want to be currency. The currency, standard currency or custom currency. With custom currency, we can change this to unit to be what? The prefix to be Naira. And let's make it like in thousands, and reduce is too long. So you need to be clear, and I think that's okay. So we have it like this. So 2 units, this. So can we format this also? Okay, so we made sales of 330K and this and this and that. So I just show you how to format the number, but that's not where we are going. I just show you that. So we are still on the tooltip now. So you can see the way we're able to format our tooltip here. Sometimes you can also do tooltip on page. You can use page, you can use sheet for tooltip. Let's look at this tooltip here. Now you can see all this long story. I can decide to remove anyone I don't need. I can format it. I can say, okay, I just want the segment and the percentage only. I just say, okay, I just want the segment only, and okay, points sales. Okay, this is the first one. Now, when I bring my cursor here now, you can see the former name has gone off, but we now have just home office, consumer. So all those long story, we don't need them. Also, let's also do something again. On the top right, you see insert here. Let us insert sheet. Let's insert our sheet map chart. I want to insert this sheet map chart. Now I have this sheet above what I have before. Okay, let me put it below this. Control X. Let me put it below this one that we have before. I just inserted a map. Let's Control V. And let's click OK. Let's see what happened. What will happen? Now, when I put my cursor here, can you see that it's bringing out the map? representing this particular segment. The sales from this consumer part is now being translated into map. And you can see the tooltip now. So consumer percentage of total is 50.6, and you can see the map chart, which I've used as a tooltip for this. When I come here, can you see it has changed to corporate, and the map chart has changed also. If I come here, you can see the map chart has changed based on the item I selected. So that is how you can tooltip page. You can use one page to tooltip another page. Is that okay now? So there are so many things you can do with your tooltip. Assuming you don't have, let me look at the map chart here. And
Hello, Akim.
yeah,
Akim, that map, that pie chart you joined to map, can you please repeat that process again, please? Where you cut and
okay,
paste.
okay. Under your tooltip, you see insert here. This is where I insert sheet. Under the sheet, I selected map chart.
Okay.
You get it now? So that's where we have this. I can say, okay, if the map chart is not I to be 300, and I click OK. So when I click on the map now, you can see that the map size has changed. Okay, I think we can make it 200, 300. Then let's make it and we make this one to be 300 or 350 rather. And click OK. Let's see how to. Okay, I think it's making more sense now. So yeah, the white space has been cut off. All those empty spaces has been cut off. Okay, before I forgot. So I think we can stop there on that quick on that tooltip. Look at your map chart very well. Look at your map chart. I click on the map chart now, and I right click on this, the empty space around it. Right click on it. I don't need all this map that is showing in the background. I don't need them. Click on background layer. Is it background layer? And wash out. Let's wash out the background. It's okay. Now the background is clean. Background is okay now. Yeah, better than the wash, all this map we are seeing in the background.
Repeat it.
All this back.
Repeat this, please.
Okay, look at it again. I right click, look at the empty space there on the map chart. I right click on
Okay.
it. I click on background layer and I
Okay.
wash out the background. You get it now? I wash out the background. That's what I did for that. That's what I did there. But it's not good for this circle one. It's not good there unless I use a double layer. So wash out here. We don't need to wash out here. So let's leave this. So that's how I wash out this place. So the background can be clean of the map. Okay. So I think we can call it a day now. We've gotten to the end of today's class.
How do
And
we
we'll
now
meet
save
on.
this? How do we
Oh,
save
God
what
bless
has been
you.
done?
God bless you. Because since it's a Tableau Public, we cannot save
Yes.
on our system. You see,
Okay.
save to Tableau Public as you have to save it to the public. Let me quickly save it.
Okay.
Yeah, save it to the public. Thank you for reminding us so that we don't lose what we have done. We'll continue from there. So save to the
They now
public.
say Tableau Public sign in.
Yeah. So since I have my Tableau Public open before, I can say, okay, I can give it a name. What's the name? BMC January 2024. Superstore. Superstore training. Let's click on save. Now it's now I think I have about 8 sheets. Everything now will be uploaded into the cloud, which you can now see. If I open my Tableau Cloud now, you see it.
My own is asking me to sign in with my email. Why?
You have to sign in now. You register before. The name
Yes.
to register, you use the name to log in. Yeah, you log in with that name. Because I've opened my own at the beginning of the class. That's why it's not asking me again. You get it now? Because I've opened
Okay.
before. That's why it's not asking me. So now I want to open it now. Can you see this is it now?
So you
This is my
save it as
tab.
let me see. Hold on now. Okay.
So here is everything that we've done. So it's only showing the map chart, but it's not only the map that is there.
Okay.
If you go back to this, you will see other things there. When I click on edit, you see all the sheets that we have. So which means I can still work online. Can you see the chart now? Everything we have. Everything here. Everything here. If I want to hide it, I can hide it. I want to make it open, I can publish it. Everybody can see it. As it is now, everybody can see it unless I make it hidden. So that is it for now. So I think we can call it a day and we meet next week, Saturday. So
And we
let's
have a
practice
question.
and practice and practice. Okay, Mr. Faleye, ask your
Yes.
question.
I don't know how you showing the color of this heat map. I mean, what do you call it? It says by year, by month.
And that's no problem. You can check it in the video.
Okay.
You will see it in the video. Yeah. It's okay. So I want to show it on my views. If I don't even want to show it, please just click on this and you hide it. Anna. So check the email. When you downloaded Tableau, the name and the email and password you use, I want to make sure you get the right email. If you don't get it, then register another one. Log in again on
Keep.
another browser. Register with your email, Tableau Public. Register another email. Use that email you use to register, load Tableau, so that you can get your password very well. Write your password
Mr.
somewhere so that you don't miss it.
Mr.
Hello, I'm
Khan.
with you, sir.
He said which
Yeah.
data extra required before I can save.
Extract it. Yeah.
Data extra required.
Yes.
If I click OK, it's not even opening.
It's not opening. That's how.
To save this up, it's just rolling. It's just
It will. It will.
save as Tableau Public.
Yes.
It's not working.
Can you share your screen so that I can see before we close? So Anna, check your email and password very well. You can, if you forget your email, click on forget email and sign in again. There's nothing we can do about that. Unless you get your email and password correctly. Can you share your screen, Mr. Okay, I think my screen is still blocking it. Let me stop my own here. Okay, what is it here? Sorry, let me stop sharing. Okay, the screen is coming. Yeah. No, go back to the work where we are working. Go to the page where we're working. Okay, select one. Yeah, click on save
Save as.
public. Yes.
Is it save to as or save to Tableau?
Yes. Now the same thing. Click on as.
Book one.
Name it. Give it a name, not book one. Yeah, save.
It's not save. It's not highlighting.
Click on it. Save full. Don't forget highlighting. Click on it. Internal error. Error. Okay, I think it's saving now. It's saving now. Yeah, that's it. You're good to go.
Okay, where will I see it if I come back next time?
Log into your Tableau Public and you see it there. This is your
Okay.
Tableau Public.
Okay.
Geoffrey Oga.
Okay.
Can you see your Tableau Public now? Yeah, good.
Okay.
So next time when you come in, next time when you come in, okay, hello.
Yeah.
You see this your image. This small image at the top. Can you see this small image? Click on it. Click on this small
Which
image.
one?
Yeah, that one.
This one.
Click on it. Yeah. Click on my profile. Can you see your profile now? So
yeah,
these are your visits. You can see your feed there. Your visits. You have only one visit. Scroll down. You can see it. You can see the sample visit here.
This one.
So that's your visual. That's the one you have here.
Okay.
Now anybody can open. You can even anybody can open it from anywhere. Even I can open from here. I can check from here. Unless you hide it. Everybody
Okay.
see your job. Your beautiful job can be seen from all around the world.
So if I double click on it, I can see.
Okay. Yes. No, scroll down. You can see the image itself. No, scroll down to see the image.
Okay.
Scroll down. This is the visual. Two eyes have seen it already. Anna, can you share your screen too? You want to hide it? Or what?
Yes, I want to hide it.
Yes, I have another question.
Don't show. Click on the three dots here, Ogami. Or you right click. I've shown you how to do that. Maybe you have to watch. You can see show on my vis on check. Anna, I can see your screen. What's happening? You have not registered this thing before. Have you registered before? Register. Use your login details now. Once you log in. You can see that they are just reactivating your email. Resume activation email. Send your email and log in. It's your login that is wrong. Yeah. Get the right email we are logging in with, and you are good to go. Mr. Faleye, we are far behind the time. Please talk quickly.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Faleye, your question, please.
Hello, sir. My question is that when I want to insert map on my pie chart, it's not bringing the map. It's only bringing sheet. Where I want drop down the chart.
There's so many installments.
Let's see your screen.
Somebody keep researching.
Check your screen, please.
This is our screen, sir.
Okay.
Are you seeing our screen, sir?
What do you want to do? Tooltip.
I want to insert it here. So here we are supposed to be bringing map with bringing sheet.
Where is your? Did you name your sheet? Which name? Where is your map chart? You didn't name it now. You didn't name your sheet. That's the reason why. Your sheet is not named. That's the reason. Which name? Where is your map chart? What's the name? Sheet 5. So go and link sheet 5 to it. Go to your map chart. Go and link sheet 5. That's all. Is that clear now? Okay, bye everyone.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.